Okay. Open eyes. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Oh, just can I tell everybody, I put all the videos so far up on our YouTube channel. So I'll email them and continue, but they are up to view.
Thank you. So I'm going to starting this Mahamudra same before we leave. So I mean I talk one night. That time is I'm very tired and everyone tired, so I have to talk again. So we're going to starting this Mahamudra beginning. That is the page.
$53.
Yeah. Mahamudra meditation. So no, so far we finished the where is it going on something? So we finished the first all these different levels preliminary practice, and then after that main practice we finished Yadam Deity. We finished the Guru Yoga. So now we are in the third main practice is Mahamudra meditation. So Mahamudra meditation is, you see here is number three. The reason is number three. The reason is the main practice. First one is Yadam Deity. Second one is Guru Yoga. Third one is Mahamudra. Actually, 5 parts. This is a number, not third, number fourth. So first we finish all the preliminary practice. Then that's 1. Then Yadam Deity 2, Guru Yoga 3, Mahamudra has become 4. But it not follow like that way. Follow the first one is called preliminary practice. The main practice has 4 different main 3 different main practice. Then last one is called dedication. So last conclusion sections. So it's all breakdown, the 5 sections breakdown 3 difference. This is the main practice Mahamudra meditation. Now we come to the third of the main practice of the 5 parts, Mahamudra meditation, which is very essence of the completion stage practice. So Mahamudra is a completion stage. We already shared the generation stage. It's Yadam Deity practice generation stage. Guru Yoga also part of generation stage. So Mahamudra is a completion stage. Completion means like then no conceptual, no dualistic. So rest in mind. That's the reason say completion means cannot be higher than this meditation. That's the reason I say completion stage practice, as it is said. So this is the root text. Root text in Jigten Sungkun says, if from the sky like expanse of mind as such, the clouds of conceptions are not blown away, the planes and the star of the true wisdom will not shine. See, our mind is the same as the sky. This the thoughts, emotions, the same as the clouds. So if don't go with the clouds, we cannot see the stars in the sky. Same thing if we don't go where our emotion and the thoughts, we cannot see the natural mind. So that's the example. From the sky experience of mind is as such. So the clouds of conception are not blown away. The plane and the star of the true wisdom will not shine. If the clouds conceptions are not there, then is the planes and the star of the true wisdom will shine. Attained. Therefore, to this mind without preconception, and embody this form of scar like Dharmakaya, explains of mind itself. So that's the root text, and first two sentences example. Last one is the main point. So now it's going to share this explain this root text. The Sungatangarbha is Buddha nature or our Buddha nature. So sometimes the people call Sungatangarbha. Sometimes say Buddha nature. I think it's just same. Sungatangarbha is kind of the Sanskrit, and our Buddha nature. So it's the English. It's unconditional nature of automatic reality. So this is the unconditional nature of automatic reality. Every contains. So compound of phenomena. Our body is a compound of phenomena, conditions, house, all the other, see the mountains, what we're seeing, all the object is condition, compound of phenomena. Buddha nature is unconditioned nature of the automatic reality. So that means like not physical form body. Buddha nature is not physical form body. It is empty, but empty is unconditioned nature. So that we have to know. Otherwise, people lost, confused here without study Buddhist philosophy, Mayamika teachings. So when you study Mayamika teachings, then you really understand emptiness. What means unconditional? So otherwise, like go back to thinking about unconditional means automatic truth means it's like permanent gods, kind of like that. Something Buddha nature permanent exist. So kind of people think that way. Then this is called misunderstand. The wrong thoughts go to wrong view. So that's the reason. First Buddha teaching, it didn't share the Buddha nature. The why don't share the Buddha nature? Because people are going to misunderstand. First, he shared the emptiness. So have to understand everything. Have to understand the emptiness. Then share the Buddha nature. Also, people knows Buddha nature also emptiness, not permanent. inherently something exists. So unconditional nature is like same as a space. Space is empty. Empty is space. So it's unconditioned. Space is also unconditioned. Nature also like that. It's empty. It's empty is atomic reality. It is promoter. So then that is a promoter means like it's already talked up there. Wisdom and promoter is wisdom. Then clear like dharmata. So it is atomic reality, empty, but it's clear light. It's dharmata. It's also different in space. Space is empty, but not really clear light. The Buddha nature has empty. It's empty, but it's clear light, dharmata. So that's the reason Buddha nature is clear is empty, empty is clarity, clarity, emptiness, inseparable. So empty means like not permanently physically exist. Not same as like God's permanent God's like that. It's empty, but it's not nothingness, always there. It's clear, present. So that's become different in space. Space is only can show one part of the example Buddha nature, not the whole thing can describe. So space is empty, same as like Buddha nature is empty. But Buddha nature is not only empty nothingness, it's clear. That is present. So that's the reason clear like the dharmata is empty of any existence. Means it's emptiness, not existence. We cannot think about us permanently exist something. So that's the reason this is like highest level Mahamudra is like when you receive it, actually before preliminary practice, study, contemplate is Mayamika. Mayamika teaching, study, contemplate it. Then easy to understand this Mahamudra. So otherwise people say empty, but then it's clear, it's confused. Empty, unconditioned, then that means they're thinking about also like unconditioned means that thing permanent, empty means nothing, nothingness. Lots confused there, not clearly understand. So that's the reason when receive this Mahamudra teaching, the study Mayamika is very good. Logically approving emptiness. So logically approving emptiness, everything is emptiness, nothing is exist, but emptiness is the mind is empty. So we talk about the Heart Sutra, body, form is empty, emptiness is a form, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness is no other than form. So that way we have to understand. Then you know unconditional means. Okay, so that's the reason here. It's empty of any existing whatsoever. Nothing is exist permanent. And then that is like totally different view than all other religions. Other religions also talk about practice generation stages, many meditation levels, talk about love, compassion, teachings, but then always they're stuck with something permanent exists, God. Even Hindus also talk about the laws, good things they have, but then they're stuck with the permanent. Laws is become the goes permanent. Other Christians religion also accept God is permanent. See, they always stuck with something permanent. Then Buddhists like not accept anything permanent, or it's emptiness. Everything is interdependent. Interdependence, emptiness, emptiness is interdependent. So you know that then also when we practice Yadam deity, the Yadam deity is embodiment of emptiness. Emptiness is a rise form of the Yadam deity. Yadam deity and emptiness is inseparable. So essence is Buddha, bodhicitta, and arise. Emptiness is arise from body, Yadam deity. So then it's that way you understand the Yadam deity and practice Yadam deity as powerful. Otherwise, we think it's Yadam deity is like permanent God. That's also misunderstood. And practicing that you don't know the Yadam deity is emptiness, then practice Yadam deity also not much powerful, not much benefit. So that's the reason he says, whatsoever is existence, whatsoever, and as such, it is free of any limits, just like the sky. So Mahamudra is same as space, or it's empty, but no nothingness. It's already taught I have clear light, dharmata. This nature is unification of cognizance, and emptiness and the fleeting co-emergence of conceptual thoughts take form like clouds gathering in the sky. So we already know that this nature is the Buddha nature. Mahamudra is the unification of cognizance and emptiness, but it's become, we don't recognize that nature, and that's the reason, and the fleeting co-emerging strength of conceptual thoughts. So thoughts is the same as like in the clouds. Clouds is in the sky, so then we cannot see the stars, cannot see the space clearly. Same thing, long as we have these thoughts, conceptual thoughts, emotions that take form like clouds, same thing, gathering in the sky. So then we cannot see the nature mind. We don't recognize this Mahamudra nature. So in the non-conceptual practice of Mahamudra meditation, so Mahamudra is a non-conception. Mahamudra, non-conceptual practice of Mahamudra meditation. One substance are non-distracted. So Mahamudra is a non-conceptual. One substance means like we have to meditate and practice sustaining. Like practice not only one time, just keep going, or sustaining, like taking care all the time, meditating. One substance are non-distracted, non-distracted meditation, non-conceptual practice. We have to meditate. Attentive awareness that recognize, then slowly we recognize this nature. So that means how do we recognize that nature Mahamudra? So we have to meditate. Which kind we have to meditate? We have to meditate non-conceptual practice. We have to practice non-conceptual meditation. The reason is Mahamudra is non-conceptual. Then you substance are non-distracted, attentive awareness that recognized. Then you recognize. So this whole section also, we meditation this like intellectually understand, and then we meditate, cultivate, meditate, practicing, and realize it's different, recognize, realization comes. No, right now, what we're doing is actually it's meditation, but it's part of the intellectual meditation, cultivating meditation. And so this understanding Mahamudra intellectually, we understanding intellectually Mahamudra kind of something we have just thoughts or something comes to your mind, kind of like that, you know, something comes to your mind. So that is called intellectually understand. But then we meditate, practice non-conceptual meditation. We meditated that, then recognize this awareness. That recognize means Mahamudra one day we recognize. But does not grasp it means like we cannot grasping to this. Long as we have grasping, then that is a not non-conceptual meditation. It's conceptual meditation, not non-conceptual meditation. So we cannot grasping to our view, cannot grasping to the view conduct, cannot grasping to conduct, cannot grasping to the view, cannot grasping meditation. So that's the reason I said, but does not grasp it. Then this is Mahamudra is non-conceptual, non-conceptual is not grasping. The arising of thoughts in the mind. Then you recognize this all thoughts come from mind. The arising of thoughts in the mind. This all thoughts is our mind. So then here says just thoughts is mind. But if you think thoughts also cannot be mind, mind also cannot be thoughts, cannot be separate. That means like actually thoughts, mind, both are not exist, permanently not exist. It's hard, very hard section here because the reason is non-conceptual talking about. We're talking about non-conceptual. It's not easy to come to your here something like your concept. You can think something conceptual thoughts, but not really can we understand the meaning, main point. Intellectually kind of you just yes, like we get something, so they meditate. People come slowly, their own experience arise. So that's the reason we have to meditate and practice this one. Usually, Mahamudra meditators, and of course, go to different levels and meditate. Go to first, like go to shamatha, and then come up to the vipassana, and sometimes people visualize the yidam deities, and they go into the Mahamudra meditation. Then that time you really see your mind. See your mind means like you in the meditation, kind of like you have a feeling, experience. It's seeing, and you see that mind is empty, but it's clear, it's present. You feel kind of your mind recognizing that. So your mind is be present there. It's empty, it's clearly there. But that is harder to describe how, like, you know, this our experience cannot like describe, talk to words. That's why I say beyond the words, beyond expressions. So then usually we cannot really stay into that. Sometimes you can get into that, easily got to thoughts comes. Or maybe your meditations will go back to shamatha because kind of like, you know, sometimes like go to the like kind of seeing something, mind is naturally going to focus with something. Sometimes like shamatha has the last section. Shamatha usually we talk about 3 different levels. First one is focus with object. Second one is focus with the breath. The third one is just avoid kind of like not really seeing the mind, but no thoughts. So kind of going back to that state, you know. Mostly think I'm doing meditated Mahamudra, but it's mostly I think it's only state that level that really can't into Mahamudra, but even get there, but easily go away if you don't have enough practice. So many people think doing the meditated Mahamudra, but it's what I thought is like the last shamatha that people mostly stay in the levels. Kind of like just minds there is no other thoughts, but not really wisdom, you know, clearly there. Means like realizing nature, mind, present. But not just usually people stay no thoughts. And then they look to the thing is I'm in the Mahamudra, but kind of no thoughts, also no thoughts is not only Mahamudra. No thoughts is last section of the shamatha meditation. Then that no thoughts, that time is easy to keen low if the you know into your Mahamudra meditation, into the mind, and then mind is become clearly empty. Empty is clearly present. Kind of the fear is there. So that time is like you can get into that Mahamudra meditation, but not stay that long, that meditation. Then going back to again, last section of the shamatha, no thoughts there. So no thoughts there can stay longer. Into the mind nature, you can see kind of clearly fear is empty, is that is present. Kind of like into the mind level is harder. That time is like totally different feelings too. If no any thoughts, your mind resting. So that time is just release thoughts, really not in higher level practice Mahamudra. We didn't get the level. So Mahamudra is like really into the mind, not just no thoughts only. So that's the so that's the reason very hard to get into there. It's so subtle level. And so subtle is we have like kind of so many thoughts going on. That's really not into easy to get in there. Even we can get in, but easily lost. That's the reason like all these meditators talk about Mahamudra is very subtle, hard to recognize. Even recognize hard to get into that. Even you get there, it's not can be stay too long there. So usually we think we know Mahamudra. I don't think so. You know, it's really hard to in that state, so subtle level. If you get in there, a person have different feelings, but not right away. Just if you can stay that 5-10 minutes, it's different. Different than just no thoughts. No thoughts is kind of a more peace, relax, but not experience anything, something special experience. Okay, so then through this recognition, recognize but does not grasp at the arising of thoughts in the mind. This recognition, both the afflictive and the cognitive obscuration are naturally purified. So we are here, right? I say, but does not grasp at the arising of the thoughts in the mind. Yeah, so then that's the same. Grasp means like even subtle level grasp, we don't recognize. Sometimes we have a subtle level grasping, we don't recognize we have that, but you know, sometimes we think meditate, but still we have subtle level grasping. So, but does not grasp at the arising of thoughts in the mind. Through this recognition means it's recognize this Mahamudra, both the reflective and the cognitive obscuration are naturally purified into themselves. So then that time can purify these two obscurations. So you know the Genji Mahamudra. Telopa said, you recognize this Mahamudra, purify Ian's karma. So he gave example like Genji Mahamudra, like one single the butter lamp, Ian's darkness, how can be see, see clear. Same like that. Ian's karma can be destroyed. Like if you really see in the Mahamudra. So that's the reason through this, the purify, you see, Mahamudra meditation, this recognition, both the afflict and the cognitive obscuration are naturally purified. So this too is a big topic when we talk about this philosophy, Maya Minka teaching. So that time, this two afflictive emotions, cognitive obscuration, this too is big topic. So we're going on something. Okay, so big topic is that this too is how the difference is, and then weighing this, which kind of antidote apply to like this two, how to purify these two afflictive emotions is Maya Minka philosophy big topic, and lots of debating and this using different kind of like method or teachings. They have a lot of different kind, but then also Buddhists have different levels. There has different ways like purifying these two afflictive emotions. So we don't go that level. Just you have to know that we have these two obscurations. So first one is called afflictive emotion. The second one is the cognitive obscuration. So generally, afflictive emotion is Arhats, Pachika Buddhas also purified. Then first primitive Bodhisattva also purified these afflictive emotions. Cognitive obscurations go up to the Buddhas, only Buddha purified, 100%. Cognitive obscurations are naturally purified. This too is naturally purifying when we get into the Mahamudra meditation, into themselves. Intrinsic qualities and attributes of the true omniscience. Then all these qualities arise. All the qualities naturally arise. So that's the reason, see, these two obscurations, the same is the clouds. And then here is the talking about the intrinsic quality and attributes of the stars, like it's go away the clouds, then you can see the star in the sky, you can see the sun, you can see the moon, you can see the stars in the sky. So same like that, if these two obscurations to purify, then we can see these intrinsic qualities and attributes of the true omniscience, which have been inherently present from the very start become manifestly evident. So this section is we have to understand true omniscience which have been inherently present means this quality inherently presented. Some people think we get, realize then these qualities arise, new something comes. That is a little bit misunderstood. The Mahamudra teaching never accept like that way. Usually, first beginner level teaching, they all accept like that way. Share like all these qualities being inherently present. This all qualities being inherently present is like only Vajrayana this Mahamudra teaching level share this way. So, example, the clouds cover the sun, these stars. So, these stars, sun, and the moon have qualities being inherently presented. When the cloud, not the sun and the moon, these qualities comes. The qualities like sun's heat, moon's cold, stars shining, these all qualities is before, cloud covered. The cloud cannot see that, but actually quality is already in there. So that means like all these Buddha's qualities already we have right now. Has already. We don't recognize because the reason is two obscurations. If these two obscurations go away, and then purify into themselves, and the intrinsic quality of the two emanations, which have been inherently present from the very start, means like after time we have these qualities become this manifest evident, means like really recognize and shines. So it's recognized, it's evidently understand. So this section, Buddha never shared the beginning level because the reason is also this quality is also emptiness. This quality also not permanently, inherently exist. This quality is empty. Emptiness is a quality. So we have to understand like that way. Even like, see, we visualize the Buddhas. That form is Buddha appear to us. Mind visualize emptiness as a form. Form visual any different kind of ornaments. They're also emptiness. Not only form, whatever that has qualities, what there has all these ornaments. Buddha, what all has the emptiness too. Emptiness is appear to the form body. So like that way we have to know this all qualities there. I'm beginning last time. This quality is not created. Not new something comes. Already has like unbeginningless time. That's the reason which have been inherently present from the very start. Become manifestly evident, see? So you purify our karmas, obscurations, our qualities shines. Same is like cloud, then we can see sun is clear, heat, all these qualities there. But that quality is not new comes. Clouds is go away, then some qualities not new to get there. It's already their qualities. In all these Buddha's call, beginning last time we have, but we don't recognize it. The reason is two obscurations. When we purify these two obscurations, all these qualities arise. Means it's there, it comes clearly. So that quality is also emptiness. Have been inherently present from the very start to become manifest, evident. Just as when the gathered cloud cover clears from the sky and the plains naturally shines forth. So clouds go away when the gathered cloud cover clears. Okay? From you can see the star and the plains naturally shines forth. These plains, stars and the plains also actually qualities are there that not new comes like when clouds go away. Same thing, our nature has all this right now, but we don't recognize. As expressed above, the pro-modern is empty. See, that is empty actually. Pro-modern essence of clear light. So the essence is a clear light. Clear light is empty. Mind in nature itself is a dharmakaya. So my nature is a dharmakaya. So now is we talking introducing our mind is a dharmakaya. This is introducing like mind is a dharmakaya. Dharmakaya means Mahamudra. So even these qualities we have, but it's all is emptiness. Emptiness is a quality. So not something permanently inherently exists, their qualities. Beginning last time, we have already this Buddha's quality is empty. Empty is quality. Quality is emptiness. That quality inseparable. That is called Dharmakaya. It is Dharmakaya. And the meaning of Dharmakaya is that pro-motor knowing. See, the pro-motor knowing, Dharmakaya is inseparable. Dharmakaya is pro-motor knowing. Pro-motor knowing is Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya and pro-motor knowing is inseparable. The union of luminosity. So this is a union of luminosity and emptiness. That pro-motor knowing. So that is a pro-motor knowing. The luminosity, emptiness. That is no other than this momentary thought. So that is no other than momentary thought. Means right now our present moment mind is that Buddha nature. That is Dharmakaya. That is the pro-motor knowing. So no any other than that. So that means like we don't have to look to Buddha is somewhere else. Buddha is our mind. This present moment thought. The mind is Buddha. That is Buddha. That is the Dharmakaya. That is pro-motor knowing. So that is empty. Emptiness is the present moment mind. So that is luminosity, the union of luminosity and emptiness. That is pro-motor knowing, the luminosity, emptiness. That is no other than this momentary thought. It's very powerful. Buddha means like really low onto your mind. It's empty. Empty is pleasant, awareness. So that is the Buddha way. That time we really see the Buddha. That time we seeing the absolute truth of Buddha. Visualize the Buddha, and sometimes people say, I see the Buddha in the dreaming or something. That is like seeing relative truth of Buddha. Absolute truth of Buddha is like you're seeing your mind, then you're seeing the absolute truth of Buddha. So sometimes we don't think important absolute truth of Buddha. We think always relative truth to Buddha is the most important, the absolute truth of Buddha. Yeah. Okay, so now momentary thoughts. See, this is a really powerful momentary thoughts. So sometimes you get angry, deluded, upset. If you recognize that, then that time you log to your mind. And it's better, easy to understand that time then. I mean, the easy to means you have a thought emotion comes, then that just recognize and log to your mind. And then stay and in your mind. Then you can release all this emotion and the thoughts. This you recognize, it's time you recognize emotion, thoughts are temporary. Then you can see the mind and emotion is totally separate. So that really meditate is like this momentary thoughts have to recognize. Means momentary thoughts means just present moment of mind that we have to recognize. There is no such pro-motor knowing means like no any other than that pro-motor knowing. No luminosity, emptiness. So then you cannot find any other than that. This momentary thoughts means present moment mind is pro-motor knowing is dharmakaya. That is emptiness. Emptiness is pro-motor knowing. So that is Buddha to be found. So that is Buddha. Other anything we cannot find. To be cannot find anywhere outside of our other than this momentary thought itself. Wisdom or rather Dharma, find wisdom, we cannot find the Dharmakaya, we cannot find the promoter, knowing, luminosity, emptiness, nothing any other than that we cannot find. So very easy, just directly pointing. This is called the pit instruction, means directly pointing. Sometimes called pointing instruction. Directly pointing our this momentary thought that mind is Buddha. So that mind has all these qualities. We don't recognize that the reason is two obscurations. If you recognize that is absolute truth Buddha, you cannot find any other than that Buddha. Yeah. So that's we have to meditate and practice. That's the reason all up there. See, in Mahamudra's non-conceptual practice of Mahamudra meditation, then once the substance are non-distracted at attentive awareness that recognize. So we have to sustain and meditate practice if we wanted to recognize that. It's not Dhammakaya. It's not apart from this. From the vantage point of mind's nature, we are Buddhas, not sentient beings. Actually, you realize that we are Buddha, we are not sentient beings. That time, there not any beings, all its beings are Buddha. Buddhas, not sentient beings. So I think this section also has like kind of Malarepa has some realization. Is I don't see the samsara. I see the nirvana. I don't see the beings. I see the all beings are Buddha. Kind of like that, you know. I think it's Malarepa. Some yogis have songs of relations. So you see that all seeing is Buddha become. We are Buddha's beings, sentient beings. However, not recognizing that, if we don't recognize that, we have always been, however, not recognizing that we have always been Buddha with sentient beings, meaninglessly experience the suffering of samsara. So that is all all the sentient beings. Not all, okay? We have so many together, all the sentient beings, meaninglessly experience the suffering of samsara. For example, so this is an example. Water can freeze and take all sorts of shapes and forms. So that is easy to understand, right? Water can take freeze and take sorts of shapes and forms. But in essence, there's nothing in any book, sculpture, water. So so many different. Big is like almost same size as the mountains. Some is the same size as a house. Some is like just size as a box. Many different sizes. The ice is big. Water is become ice. So like that way, you know, many diversity sentient beings. But they all has the same nature, Buddha. In the same way, no matter how many different appearances arise in the outer world, in essence, they are nothing other than the nature of mind. However, suffering again to the however, referring again to the ice example, due to temporary conditions of temperature, water and ice appear to be totally separate entities. So this has example is also, see here talking about the ice has many different sorts of shapes and forms. That means like we sentient beings has so many diversity beings, different kind of beings, different forms. We all beings have. But this all form doesn't matter which kind of form sentient beings all has a Buddha. That means like this ice has shapes and different kind of forms, but the essence is nothing in any of this ice sculpture apart from water. Doesn't matter which kind of beings, samsaric beings, they all has this nature. And then why it becomes so many diversity, these sentient beings? So its example is however, referring again to the ice example, see, due to temporary conditions, this temporary condition become water is ice. So this temporary conditions, our emotions. So our different kind of emotion create different diversity sentient beings. So then that's the reason say referring again to the ice example, due to temporary condition of temperature, water and ice appear to be totally separate entities. Become the water is ice, then so many different kind of ice. So this different kind of entities, same like diversity sentient beings. In the same way, due to karma and the negative emotions, that is because of self-grasping, the confused perception of dualistic appearance of samsara came to be. So we have due to karma, the karma come from negative emotions. Then where is the negative emotion that come from? Because of self-grasping. Self-grasping is actually confused perception, wrong thoughts, wrong view, and delusion. So then that create a perception of a dualistic appearance of samsara came to be. So long as we have that, then there's all the delusions, no end, always there appear to us. So this all the samsaric delusion comes. Similarly, no matter how many different kinds of sufferings we experience in the world of samsara, the nature of our mind has never changed. So our nature is never changed, never lost. What kind of suffering? This means this shows like even we are reborn to the lower realms, the nature is never changed, never lost. So has never been anything other than the essence of form or awareness, the Dharmakaya. So that's the reason called our mind nature is called Vajjara, never lost. And the Vajjara teaching always talk about the laws. So Vajjayana teaching talk about laws, about these things. Benza means Vajjara. Vajjara means like never lost. Suffering never can remove our nature. Hell heat never can burn this nature. Hungry ghosts, thirsty, and hunger never can lost or remove this nature. And animals' ignorance never can affected this nature. So same like these emotions never can destroy our nature, and the sufferings never destroy nature. It's always there. So that's the reason no matter how many different kinds of suffering we experience in the world of samsara, the nature of our minds has never changed, never lost. It is empty. Empty is present, it's always there. So not permanent, opposite of the interdependent. It's interdependent, the emptiness, but it's always there. Nature of our minds has never changed. It has never been anything other than the essence of form or awareness, the Dharmakaya. Thus, sentient beings are provided by emptiness, the Dharmakaya. The suchness nature of Buddha is no better, no different than the suchness nature of sentient beings, for the suchness nature is inseparable. So no, we have that nature. That nature provided by all sentient beings. The reason is my nature is emptiness. The emptiness provided by all sentient beings. That emptiness is the called Dharmakaya. That's called the suchness nature of a Buddha. Is that nature is not better, not different. It means like even you have become Buddha, that nature is not going to go better. If you go, we are go to hell realms in the hungry ghosts, animal realms, the nature is never decreasing and not really worse or anything. So that means that nature is always the same. Same is like your goal is inside the like really dirty garbage, or your goal is to put in your like somewhere in the home and the precious jewels put in there. The goal is always the same thing. Nothing changed. Doesn't matter where this goes. So sun is covered by clouds or sun is shining, the sun is the same thing, no difference. When the covered clouds, the sun is no worse. When clouds go away, sun is no better, it's the same thing. So that means like right now our nature, and when we have become Buddha, so the nature is nothing, it's become increased and higher, better. It's always the same. So that's the reason all beings has a Buddha nature, all beings is a Buddha. Buddha is no better, no different than the suchness nature of sentient beings, for the suchness nature is inseparable. It's same, no difference. So beings who are born in samsara are still in the family of Buddha. So that means like who are samsara, they also still, all beings are Buddha family, still in the family of the Buddha. So here is the three reasons talking about the sentient beings of Buddha. The first reason is emptiness, pervasive all sentient beings. That's Dharmakaya, pervasive all sentient beings. That's the first reason. Second reason is this nature is not increasing, not decreasing. Nature is always same. We are suffering in samsara. We have become Buddha. Our nature is never getting better or worse. It's always same. The third reason is like beings is the same family, Buddha family. So a different kind of family, but all has the nature of Buddha family. Means like samsara are still in the family of Buddha, still have a Buddha nature. The Dharmakaya is there as the grown part and the fruit present in everyone. So the nature provides all this us, everyone, all beings. And this talk about this family is like kind of many different families. So Rikhereta Manira is broken family and uncertain family. Rikhereta Manira, uncertain family. Then it's Pakika Buddha family, and Bodhisattva's family. So they're kind of different families. Broken family means like no compassion, no love, not thinking about karma, cause and effect, all the time creating no virtuous deeds, 100% negative, no accept, who has strong wrong view. That person is called broken family. But broken family means they also have opportunity to one day gain enlightenment. It's very far away from enlightenment. It's called broken family. The uncertain family is you don't know which kind you going to the you know is yanas. You can be Mahayana, you can be Hinayana, you can be other religions. It's followed by your convictions. That's why I call uncertain family. Mangipa, right? So then it's Hinayana family, Pachika Buddha's family, and Bodhisattva, like Mahayana. So that's all the different levels. That's all has Buddha nature, all these beings. That's called family, means like it's everyone can be enlightened. So these three reasons, all beings has a Buddha nature. And this statement or these three reasons come from Uttara Tantra. Uttara Tantra is the Buddha Maitreya's teaching. Okay, so I think we can leave here tonight there. It's better. Everyone is a little tired, but everyone has tried very hard. Thank you, everyone. So this is a Mahamudra section. We have to cultivate, contemplate, and also you read this stage of meditation, the completion stage. It's more details there. Completion stage, the stage of meditation. Then you understand more. So next week, going to take off all day again, okay? Then following week again. Coming week, take off. I have to traveling long way. So that's the reason. that there is a check is not really convenient to teaching. And also it's good for we contemplate this section more. We don't need a rush to finish. We have time to talk, we can share, you know, it's more discussions also, if possible. So you have any questions? Now we can talk discussion. First discussion, okay, first discussion, close eye, just a couple minutes. It's like with dedication mentally, and then we discussion, and you can go, you know, if someone wanted to go and can go, and wanted to stay discussion, also can discussion, ask questions. Before that, we just mentally with dedication. Okay, come back. No discussion time.
Khenpo, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When you talk about, when they talk about co-emergent states of conceptual thoughts, I can see the thoughts emerging. What co-emerges with a thought? What does that mean? Co-emerging. What co-emerges?
Co-emergence. Co-emergence is how to explain English. Co-emergence is English, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is that the thought is emerging and something is co-emerging with something else is co-emerging, is emerging also. Is that what it means? What co-emerging?
Okay, where is that? Is which page?
Okay,
57?
So in page 55.
Okay.
This nature is the unification of cognizance and emptiness. That's Buddha nature, no? And the fleeting, co-emergent states of conceptual thoughts take form like clouds gathering in the sky. So in this Buddha nature that we have, these conceptual thoughts emerge with something, co-emergent.
With cognizance and emptiness.
I don't know. So,
co-emerging states of, okay, I can see. This nature is the unification of cognizance and emptiness, and the fleeting co-emerging states of conceptual thoughts. So co-emerging is like this thought is going to like kind of discover covered, right? Kind of co-emerging means like kind of into the covered. Correct or no?
So it co-emerges with the mind. So the thought and the mind emerge together. Is that what it means? So
yeah, thoughts actually lots like that kind of, you know, co-emerging means lots like thoughts, emotion, you know, co-emerging to our mind. Like see, lots like this clouds cover to the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cloud is
I can.
emerging to the sun. That's correct or no?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And another question. What are the two omniscience?
Omniscience means wisdom.
No, I know that, but what are the two? Which are the two?
True omniscience, you mean true omniscience is a multiply, kind of called multiplying omniscience or something like it's understanding all causes conditions. And understanding all this nature causes conditions, karma causes conditions, all detailedly understand. Another omniscience is understanding reality, absolute truth.
Oh, okay.
So they have called two omniscience, called the different names, but I don't remember exactly how to say these words both. Anyone remember the words exactly? These two omniscience are in the. I have one book. It's learning Buddhism has very clearly these two omniscience. That time I told these two omniscience, like, I mean, the English is really nice there. You know, the separate. They have two omniscience. Which kind of omniscience is difference there?
So one is the wisdom that recognizes emptiness. Could that be one?
Yes. That is the core absolute truth. Recognize nature of the absolute truth, the wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of such recognize such in this nature. So that is called omniscience or wisdom too.
Okay.
Then
Where is that in Learning Buddhism, Khenpo? The book that describes that, the two omniscience. Is that under a certain chapter?
I think it might be on page 76 and
I
77.
think the karma cause and effect. I to share the karma cause and the effect. They told laws these two omniscience too.
Okay.
Then these two omniscience, many areas in the learning Buddhism has.
Okay.
Yes, Justin.
I have a question and possibly a follow-up question.
Okay.
Kind of on the same topic. On page 55, it says, co-emergent stains of conceptual thoughts take form like clouds gathering in the sky. Do these take form because of grasping?
Take form like clouds. So kind of sun is like covered by, right? The clouds take the form and also like co-emerging to the sun, and we cannot see the sun and the sky. That's just an example, but that's kind of like that. Emotion is like, emotion then we cannot see our nature, like covered our nature. Also like emotions co-emerging to our nature, but actually cannot go into that. But temporarily kind of like co-emerging to our mind, these thoughts, emotions. But not really form. We're not talking about the form. It's thoughts has a form. Emotion has a form body. No, we're not talking that. This is only example, like kind of see, cloud has forms, right? So that is like cloud has forms, like co-emerging to the sun, and we cannot see the sun. So that's an example, but that means like not talking about the thoughts has form body, not talking about thoughts, emotion as form.
So if we stop grasping at those forms, will the sky become clear? Will Sugata Garbha be clear if we stop grasping at those forms? If we release
Not
those
forms,
forms.
No, release emotions, release thoughts.
So sorry. So if we release thoughts, will the sky become clear?
No, sky is just example. Sky is example, right?
Right.
If you release thoughts, you recognize your mind nature. You see your mind nature. That means like we don't know. Like sometimes you see your mind nature, but still this clouds cover the sun. Not talking about when you recognize realization comes, then this clouds never cover the sun. Not talking about that.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thoughts, emotions go away, then we see the nature. Same example is a cloud cover the sun. We cannot see the sun, but clouds go away, we can see the sun. Same like that. Thoughts, emotions go away, and we see the nature.
So are we unable to see our nature? So the clouds that are obscuring the view, are they there because we're holding on to them mentally? Or
which one? Which cloud?
So the thoughts that are obscuring our view, the reason things aren't clear right now, are they not clear because we're holding on to them mentally? We're attached we're attached to these thoughts? Am I making sense?
We think we already go, no, I don't have a thought, so why I don't see my mind? Kind of you think that way, but actually we have this dualistic thought. We have this conceptual thought. That means we have a thought, but we think, oh, I'm not thinking about something. I don't have a thought. That means like not really non-conceptual. You know, still we have a conceptual thought, but that means we don't have like not subtle level, coarse level emotional thoughts we don't have. Gross level, gross emotional thoughts we don't have. Then we say we don't have thoughts, but actually we have subtle level thoughts. We have dualistic thoughts. We have dualistic perceptions. That reason we don't see the nature.
Okay.
You don't have dualistic thoughts, then you can see the nature. See the nature means non-conceptual. No subject and object there. Then you really seeing onto your mind. No subject, no object. Right now we have a subject and object. Our mind is not looking into like nature, but mind is projecting object. So we have dualistic thoughts.
Okay.
Make sense or no?
Yes. Yes, it does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Khenpo,
yes.
If we see our thoughts, is that the first step? Like, you know, you see yourself thinking something and so then you cut it because you recognize it. Is that the first step to clear it away?
Yeah, that's the step meditating. We meditate practice. Usually we don't recognize mind is going somewhere we don't recognize, and that means like we lost. So you recognize you have a thought, then you control this thought. But still we have a doula state. That goes like long way to go where doula state is. First, we have to release this monkey mind. Yeah. Okay, so then.
I think I understand why you poke me about that thing all the time. It's dualistic.
Dualistic is actually kind of a delusion. It's conceptual. We have that like subject and object. Sometimes when you meditate really into the natural state, at that time you don't have this dualistic. But that means like we don't realize, because when we get there maybe a couple minutes, maybe 1 minute, comes back, we have this all this dualistic. Buddha means no draw, always in that state. Okay, any questions?
So Kembla,
Yes.
just then you said after the samatha meditation, you calm down your mind, then it's easier to look at the mind itself. But even if we can do that, you can only stay like, it's not easy to stay in that stage for like several minutes. So can you tell us what's the key point to stay in that stage as long as possible, to look at the own mind, the nature of the mind?
So you mean the meditate Mahamudra, right? When we meditate
Yes.
Mahamudra, right?
Yes, because just
Okay.
then when Marilyn said how to control the thoughts, so the part that you say control the monkey mind or control the thoughts, that's part
Yes.
of the samatha. It's not like you already step into the stage of
Mahamudra, yes.
Mahamudra meditation.
Yes. Yeah, so first we have to control this monkey mind, we have to find, have to recognize who we are, and sometimes we lost our minds totally afflicted. We don't recognize what's going on. So many thoughts we don't recognize. That's the reason we have to meditate this all different level of mindful shamatha practice. Our minds become very calm and peace. No much thoughts, just not much thoughts means like such coarse level thoughts. We don't have that coarse level thoughts, mind is relaxed, peace. Then you have to go into Mahamudra meditation. Then really log into your mind. Log to your own mind. Then you can see your mind. See your mind. That time is you can feel. It's like experience. If you stay the 10 minutes, it's like kind of a different experience. Your feeling is different. Then just shamatha. Yeah. So that's we have to follow like step by step and go into that. And when you meditate Mahamudra, not directly log into your mind. First, breathe, and focus with the object. Mind let it be created, like relax. then log to the Mahamudra, like natural mind. Can stay longer, better, like kind of more better way to see the natural mind. Otherwise, like you try to log directly, you put so effort hard, but just the mind is shaking, thoughts comes like not easy to see. Not get into that. And then if you have become more, then before like mind generate, of course, or visualize the Yadam deity and visualize Ru Guru, supplication to Ru Guru, and then this all dissolve into your, and then stay and log into the mind. So that's another method of going into the Mahamudra meditation. Follow the 5 paths, means like mind generate, visualize the Yadam deity, supplication to the Guru, then log into the mind nature. After do the dedication. Yeah, so this Mahamudra, 5 part Mahamudra, you can chant, practicing like chanting, and take refuge, take bodhicitta, and then go into the chanting prayer. All this generation stage, practice Yadam deity, practice Guru Yoga. You can follow that, but actually also you can follow mentally meditate. No need to chant, just mentally mind generating. Mentally visualize the Yadam deity, practice. Mentally visualize the Guru, and then into the Mahamudra. So when you meditate, you don't have to chant these prayers. Mentally follow. So that's much better than chanting actually. Yeah. Chant is sometimes good, is some different levels practice, but chanting is actually really high level. But we chant all the time. The high level means like when you chant, your mind have to be there, visualize all this step by step together chanting. But most people cannot do that. You can chant, but you cannot visualize, you cannot meditate. Then you really love this practice, chanting prayers, it's follow the meditation. That's the reason this close eye, like meditate, followed by mentally practice, it's better. Okay, so that's your answer question or no?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So then, finish there. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thanks, Khenpo.
See you following week.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Okay, thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Khenpo.
you.
Thank you,
Meditate, okay.
Khenpo.
Mahamudra teaching, if no meditate, then there's big problems. So usually Mahamudra teachings is have to meditate everyone, otherwise you cannot talk these teachings. So you have to cultivate a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read,
Okay.
at least read and mentally practice. You just much ever, Thank you.
Good,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is the Samaya Mahamudra. Cultivate, meditate a little bit, please. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.